Great picture.
It's a great picture.
Playing that because you were coming in. Honestly, I'll share that cost with him.
That Ray, he's very powerful.
Nice.
Good evening, everyone. It is February 6th, 2023. It is time for the Liquor Control Commission hearing. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk Brady, roll call, please.
Commissioner Vogel?
Here.
Commissioner Papantos?
Present.
Commissioner Vito?
Here.
Commissioner Lang?
Here.
Commissioner Kruger?
Present.
Commissioner Raffato?
Here.
Chairperson Horker.
Here, you have before you the minutes of the special meeting of the Liquor Control Commission for October 17th, 2022. I need a motion for their approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Papantos, second. Commissioner Vogel. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Papantos?
Yes.
Commissioner Vito?
Yes.
Commissioner Lang?
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger?
Yes.
Commissioner Raffato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogel?
Yes.
Chairperson Horker.
Yes, you also have before you the minutes of the meeting for November 7th, 2022. I'd like a motion for their approval.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, Trustee Raffato, Commissioner Raffato, second, Commissioner Kruger. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Vito?
Yes.
Commissioner Lang?
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger?
Yes.
Commissioner Raffato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Papantos?
Yes.
Commissioner Horker.
Yes. Brady, citizens' concerns and comments?
None today.
Move on to the meat of the matter.
New business. 6A, consideration of a request for a Class 1 liquor license for St. Joseph the Worker Parish for an event to be held on February 24th and March 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, and 31st, 2023.
Commissioner Papantos, you had something? You were nodding.
Former Clerk Simpson, put you on the spot.
Okay, I'm coming.
No rush. I just want to, this is for the annual fish fry, Lenten fish fry.
Yes, it is. And can I put a plug in while I'm up here, please?
That's why I asked you to come up.
As you know, St. Joseph the Worker is an multicultural parish. And this year we're doing our fish fry differently. We're going to have a fish fry, but we're going to incorporate all the different communities, and they're going to do a special of their community to be served with the fish fry. And the actual cost of the fish fry is $15.
And how would one find out what ethnicity is going to be celebrated at any particular night or?
No, it's going to be available on all the nights.
All nights.
We're going to have all of the different nationalities there on all the nights. We were going to do a different one every night, then we changed it to all the nights. So it'll be Spanish, English, Polish, Filipino, and whoever else wants to participate.
And we're starting February 24th?
Correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have commercials or questions?
There's one condition. I'm happy to say it if you like.
John.
If I may, should the commission wish to grant the license, please make your your motion based upon the requirement of a proof of Bassett certification for all applicable individuals, please.
Can I say something?
You're standing there.
Can I say that
They're all
you look
Bassett
wonderful.
trained, including myself.
Excellent. You're framed by a full moon. So it really is kind of cool. But yes, thank you.
Thank you all.
But you do need to
We
send
just
us
need
the
proof.
documentation. So moved.
Second.
You got that?
With
Who was
condition.
second? Lang?
Jim?
With
Commissioner Vito?
yes.
Commissioner Lang?
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger?
Yes.
Commissioner Raffato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Papantos?
Yes.
Chairperson Horker.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you all. It was a pleasure seeing you all.
Bye.
See you,
Run
Elaine.
away. We won't
Elaine.
see you for another year now.
6B, consideration of a request for a Class 1 liquor license from the Wheeling Park District for an event to be held on April 27th, 2023.
Mr. Svandelis.
Thank you. As the title indicates, this is for a special event being held at the Wheeling Park District. It is a senior prom event running from 3 to 6 p.m. on Thursday, April 27th. Just as a reminder, the reason that the Park District needs this particular event, this particular license is because this is a special event that is outside the purview of their existing liquor license. I'm sure I can answer any questions. The petitioner is here, should you have anything further.
Nothing?
Just
There we
one
go.
comment, these are both Class I licenses, not Class 1.
Correct.
All set? Can we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Papantos, second by, was that Vogel?
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Lang,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
Commissioner Raffato,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogel,
Yes.
Commissioner Papantos.
Yes.
Commissioner Vito,
Yes.
Chairperson Horker.
Yes. That concludes the meeting of the Liquor Control Commission hearing for the evening. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Commissioner
Second.
Vogel, second, was that Commissioner Vito? No. Who had the second?
I did.
It's got both sides.
Who did?
Commissioner Raffato.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Liquor Control Commission is adjourned. I would like to call to order the regular meeting of the Village of Wheeling for February 6th, 2023.
Hold on a second.
And we are going to call roll
Yeah, we'll open this one.
in a moment.
Okay.
Clerk Brady, roll call, please.
Trustee Vogel,
Here.
Trustee Papantos,
Present.
Trustee Vito,
Here.
Trustee Lang.
Here.
Trustee Kruger,
Present.
Trustee Raffato.
Here.
President Horker.
Here, you have before you the minutes of the regular meeting of December 19th, 2022. I need a motion for their approval.
So moved.
Trustee Papantos, second. Trustee Lang, roll call.
Trustee Papantos,
Yes.
Trustee Vito,
Yes.
Trustee Lang.
Yes.
Trustee Kruger.
Yes.
Trustee Raffato.
Yes.
Trustee Vogel.
Yes.
President Horker.
Yes, you also have before you the minutes of the regular meeting of January 16th, 2023. I need a motion for their approval.
So moved.
Trustee Kruger, second.
Second.
Trustee Papantos, roll call, please.
Trustee Vito,
Yes.
Trustee Lang,
Yes.
Trustee Kruger.
Yes.
Trustee Raffato.
Yes.
Trustee Vogel.
Yes.
Trustee Papantos.
Yes.
President Horker.
Yes. Any changes to the agenda, Mr. Svandelis?
There are no changes this evening.
Thank you, sir. Clerk Brady, proclamations.
Resolution granting the 2023 George Hieber Citizenship Award to Richard Rosen. Whereas the Board of Trustees of the Village of Wheeling has established a George Hieber Citizenship Award to encounter good citizenship by recognizing outstanding contributions to the Wheeling community. And whereas the President and Board of Trustees have chosen Rich Rosen as this year's recipient of this annual award. And whereas for a number of years, Rich Rosen, a longtime Wheeling resident, has served Wheeling and surrounding towns through his work with a variety of volunteer organizations and nonprofit board and committees. And whereas since 1995, Rich has been a member of the Northwestern Suburb Interfaith Council, a multi-faith group fostering understanding and united among different faiths in our community, and is currently serving as their president. And whereas since 2014, Rich has been a member of the Wheeling Rotary Club, formerly serving as its president and currently as its literacy chair, in which capacity he works to create programming to promote early childhood literacy in the local school district. And whereas since 2015, Rich has been a member of the Indian Trails Public Library Foundation, which actively raises funds for requested library items and helps advocate for the library in the community. And whereas Rich is the Community Relations Manager for the Link Together Executive Board and Grant Founder Coalition dedicated to decreasing teen drug and alcohol use in Wheeling Township. And whereas Rich is a founding member of the nonprofit organization Wheeling Helping Hands, which is dedicated to providing food, clothing, and other necessities to these in need in Wheeling. Whereas Rich is also a member of the Wheeling Township Senior Advisory and Action Committee, the Greater Wheeling Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and previously served on the Wheeling Park District Board of Commissioners for 12 years, and on the Community Consolidation School District 21 Board of Education for 4 years. And whereas Rich Rosen consistently displays an admirable concern for the welfare and others and shows a commitment to making Wheeling a better, safer, and kinder place to live. And whereas the Board of Trustees therefore regards it as fitting and proper that Rich Rosen be the recipient of the 7th George Hieber Citizen Award. Now therefore be it resolved by the President and the Board of Trustees of the Village of Wheeling, Counties of Cook and Lake, State of Illinois, that the 2023 George Hieber Citizen Award is hereby granted to Richard Rosen in recognition of his exemplary citizenship, with the thanks of the Board of Trustees for his services.
Well, you really are an example of outstanding citizenship in our town. You have served on most of the boards except this one. I'm not sure how you could have missed this. And your involvement does go well beyond the elected positions with the religious outreach, with the youth outreach, with the help in the library, not just on the board, but with the foundation. Truly an example for the rest of the community, a height to strive, a height for the rest of the community to strive for, to kind of match, or try to match your involvement in the community. It's really outstanding. As a small token of the village's appreciation for your citizenship, there's a small plaque recognizing you. Your name will also be on the plaque downstairs that stays there. We do have the proclamation nicely framed, and just for you to remember that we do appreciate your involvement in the community. Do you have some friends or family here?
Yes, my wife and my son are both here. Cheryl,
Say
Sam.
hi.
Yeah.
Try to get you on camera there. You also get to light the lights
I heard.
at the
Yes.
Friendship Park. So again, thank you so much for your involvement in what makes Wheeling so wonderful. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Citizens' concerns.
None today.
We have no staff reports. We can get right to work. Consent agenda. Clerk Brady.
Consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine by the village board and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless the board member or citizen so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the general order of business and considered after all other adjournment items. All right. 11A. Resolution authorizing the approval of an annual infrastructure service agreement with Motorola Solutions in the amount of $38,900 $86. 11B, ordinance authorizing an intergovernmental agreement for participation in the mutual aid box alarm system, MABAS Master Agreement 2022. 11C, resolution approving change order number 1 and final reducing the final contract amount for DCG Roofing Solutions, Inc. from $450,986.39 to $417,344.89 for the 2022 roof replacement program. 11D, resolution adopting an Americans with Disabilities Act transition plan. 11E, resolution accepting a bid and approving a contract for the amount of $793,000 with Dynamic Industrial Services, Inc. for exterior repainting for containment and miscellaneous repairs of standpipe water storage tank number 3. 11F, resolution accepting a proposal for Dixon Engineering for engineering services related to the exterior repainting for containment and miscellaneous repairs of standpipe water storage tank 3 in the amount of $51,525. 11G, resolution approving a proposal for RJN Group to provide construction engineering inspections for the 2023 manhole lining and rehab project in the amount not to exceed $29,865. Oh, we got more. 11H, resolution approving an agreement with Christopher B. Berkey Engineering LTD for consulting services for the stormwater detention basin investigation project in the amount of $90,500. 11I, ordinance declaring as surplus and authorizing the disposal of personal property owned by the Village of Wheeling by recycling, trade-in, donations, or public auction. 11J, resolution granting the 2023 George Hieber Citizenship Award to Rich Rosen. 11K, resolution authorizing participants in the Northern Illinois Municipal Electric Collaborative NIMEC and authorizing the village manager to approve a contract with the lowest cost electrically provided for a period up to 36 months.
Excellent. Any questions or comments on the consent items?
Make a motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Vogel, second.
I'll second.
Trustee Lang, roll call, please.
Trustee Lang,
Yes.
Trustee Krueger,
Yes.
Trustee Rafato,
Yes.
Trustee Vogel,
Yes.
Trustee Papantos,
Yes.
Trustee Vito,
Yes.
President Horker.
Yes.
New business. Okay, wait. Read 13A and 13B. Okay. 13A, ordinance amending special use ordinance number 4934, which amended ordinance number 4512 in order to replace the approved site plan, floor plan, and building elevations for Building 4 Bisco Hall at the Korean Cultural Center of Chicago, docket number 2023-02, and 13B, ordinance granting major site plan and building appearance approval for construction of the Special Events Building, Building 4, Briscoe Hall, 9600 Capitol Drive, Korean Cultural Center of Chicago, docket number 2023-031.
Mr. Clicker.
Yes, as Clerk Brady said, this is an amendment to an existing special use because the Korean Cultural Center of Chicago, or the KCCOC, is proposing to demolish Building 4 and rebuild it as an 8,800 square foot special event facility that will, it will be a performance space, it'll be a banquet facility, it will have a complete stage, pre-function space, flexible main floor space, and storage areas. This was heard at the Plan Commission on their January 25th, 2023 meeting, and there was a unanimous recommendation of approval with 4 conditions, which these conditions are reflected in the ordinances that are presented to you tonight. Condition 1, the north-facing gate of the trash enclosure shall be replaced as part of the project. Plans for the trash enclosure shall be submitted to the Community Development Department for review when building permit is submitted. 2, a new combined fire domestic service into the building shall be required, and if a hydrant is to be tapping off of the new service, then the service shall be a minimum of 6 inches in diameter. Number 3, no existing landscaping shall be removed unless authorized by the Community Development Department. And 4, plat of easements shall be submitted to the Community Development Department prior to receiving the certificate of occupancy for Building 4.
Thank you, Mr. Clicker. Trustee Papantos? Yeah. That's okay, I almost called him Chief McIsaac the other day. Trustee Papantos, you have a question?
Thank you. Who's representing? Thank you.
Come up to the podium and introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Eric Eichler. I'm working as project manager on behalf of the Korean Cultural Center on this project.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Mr. Eichler. It's a beautiful building. The renderings look great, and I hope it ends up looking exactly like this, and I know your events are well attended, which brings me to my only concern is parking. And I understand you have agreements with National Louis and some of the other larger sites there to take in overflow parking, but what happens if they have an event the same night? I mean, because you are drastically short on required parking and your events are always well attended. And that's my biggest concern is what are we going to do when there's no place to park?
Well, I think it's going to require coordination with our neighbors with whom we have agreements to ensure we don't all have events at the same time.
Right, because the neighbors, I mean, if it's their parking, are going to say, hey, we take precedence, obviously.
Yes, that's understood, and those agreements were agreed to some time ago before this project was even on the radar for the Korean Cultural Center.
And you don't think any of the guests or the visitors will mind walking? It's kind of a strange area back there to get into. If you're parked at National Louis or whatever, you've got that covered?
Well, we did have the site plan reviewed and our lighting plan and the photometrics. And we have a drop-off area for folks who aren't able to walk that far. So I think the Cultural Center feels like those have been addressed adequately.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Papantos. Trustee Kruger?
Thank you, Mr. President. Hi, thanks for being in front of us. I will echo what Trustee Papantos said. The building is beautiful, and I wish you a lot of luck with it. I have 2 questions. I noticed on the site plan that there is an area that is marked as kitchen, and there was some discussion at the Plan Commission level regarding the kitchen area. I'm assuming that space is just because there's no cooking going on there, that it's really just for preparation of catered food and storage of non-perishable dry items, and perhaps you could describe the kitchen use a little bit more for us.
That's correct. It's, as you described it, it's also meant to be part of a space that's divisible, where we can create a smaller space within the building gathered around the kitchen. But when we were working through the design of it, it was clear that if we wanted cooking on site, we would have to design the entire facility as a kitchen, basically. And that wasn't the intention or within the budget.
Oh, yeah, to cook on site, you'd need grease traps and all kinds of other requirements.
Right.
So I just wanted to make sure that.
It's,
no
yes, it's
cooking.
basically a prep kitchen and maybe the center of a small gathering.
And I understand that one of the conditions for item 13B for the actual ordinance has a condition regarding the trash enclosure. I was just wondering, I think the condition is really only to upgrade or fix the gate on the north side of that enclosure. I'm just wondering if there's any plan to upgrade the whole trash enclosure to sort
Well,
of match the beauty of the new building?
There's actually a plan afoot to hire a landscape architect to do a comprehensive campus plan that may not be all executed as part of this project, but there are other areas on the site that they're equally interested to improve. I would say over the next 5 to 10 years. We haven't discussed the enclosure itself, so I don't want to give you.
Well, I was just going off the pictures that were there, and I didn't quite understand that there was a door on the west side of the enclosure. The enclosure shows as 21 feet by 21 feet. And the picture only showed that there was one 4 cubic yard dumpster in there. I would assume you probably have more dumpsters in there than just the one. And if not, then why 21 feet by 21 feet taking up 2 parking spaces where you have a parking dilemma?
I think you're making a lot of good points that we should probably consider. A lot of times when an institution does a project like this, those things come to light as it's going along anyway, so you may be prescient and it may end up happening, but I just can't say that we've discussed it at length at this point.
Well, good. They're certainly not deal breakers, and the fixing of the door is certainly a part of approval of this ordinance, so you'll at least do that as part of this project. But I appreciate you taking the mental notes to perhaps look at that enclosure and its size and its validity and improving the entire campus, or at least make it look like all the other improvements.
Absolutely, and we appreciate the insight.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Kruger. Any other questions or comments? If there are none, we'd look for a motion. We'll do these one at a time. Approve item 13A, amending the special use.
So moved.
Trustee Lang, second.
Second.
Trustee Rufato, roll call, please.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes, now B, granting major site plan and building appearance approval.
So moved.
Trustee Kruger, second.
Second.
Trustee Papantos, roll call, please.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes. Brings us to C.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
13C, ordinance amending Chapter 4.32, alcohol liquor dealers of the Village of Wheeling's Municipal Code to modify requirements related to video gaming cafes and other liquor retailers.
Mr. Svanbillis, what do we got?
Thank you. Good evening. As we have in the past and continue to do, staff is taking a deep dive into all sections of the code to make sure that specific code language is appropriate for the current state of business, as well as matching all current policies based on direction from this board. This evening, we're bringing you an ordinance that affects the liquor portion of video gaming as our general topic. This topic was first broached last November within the zoning code, where at that time the board established video gaming as a specific land use category and created a proximity requirement, which effectively becomes, we call it a 1 per shopping center rule. That was all within the zoning code. What is before you this evening is matching language so that the liquor code matches the zoning code. So these are updates that are being brought to you after doing the research. This is our 10th year, by the way, of video gaming in the Village of Wheeling. So after experiencing the businesses that have opened and are successful, hearing the stories from the businesses that have come and gone, and having discussions with potential petitioners, we put together the ordinance that is before you tonight, which again effectively only connects the liquor code to the zoning code and eliminates the particular challenge of the existing requirement of a certain threshold of food being sold in connection to the licensing of a gaming cafe. So effectively, those are the two changes that are being made. It's everything that you approved through zoning, that's one, and two deals with the requirement of a threshold of food sales in cafes. What we have seen is that a number of businesses come in representing to be more like a restaurant than they actually end up being. And we have found that it is better for a petitioner to present their actual plan to this body and to staff. And from every level of enforcement and intent, it makes sense then that, in our opinion, that we would just eliminate that food requirement. Certainly, I can answer questions, Attorney Frollo or Director Clicker, because it touches all areas. But to boil it down, that's really all that this is this evening.
Any questions or? Nobody's pounding at the doors.
I think that means it was a well-written memo.
Clear. Motion to approve?
Thank you, Martin.
Oh, thanks, Michael. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Trustee Papantos, second.
Second.
Trustee Kruger, roll call, please.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes. Official communications. I want to go first. Since I'm the ringmaster, I get to do that. We had a ribbon cutting at the OK Dispensary and West Town Bakery over in the former Twin Peaks at the north and east end of town today. It's in front of the Westin. Very bright colors. And an amazing bakery. Trustee Kruger, what were those raspberry thingies?
Pecan toffee from West Town Bakery.
Those were very good. I would also strongly recommend the chocolate almond cookies because they're one small problem. They're not big enough to last from the Westin to here. They need to be slightly larger and a little less crumbly. If you are so inclined to visit, their hours are Monday through Thursday, 8 till 9, Friday, 8 till 10, Saturday, 9 till 10, and Sunday, 9 till 8. They are immediately adjacent to and in the same building as the dispensary, and that is our second one. And I think it is very forward and open thinking of this board to have realized the sense in approving something like that, as opposed to some of the towns who are just above it or not into it and think that somehow that's going to make a statement. Okay, good. But welcome to our new businesses, and I look forward to them being here a long time. Any other?
I have.
You have something?
Yes, I do.
What do you have?
Applications for mail ballots for April 4th consolidated election are now available. Go to www.cookcountyclerkil.gov to download a copy. If you don't have access to the computer, please call Deputy Clerk Karen Henneberry at 847-499-9085 to receive an application by mail. That's it.
Anything else? Trustee Rufato?
Just a comment about the West Town Bakery. I don't know if you noticed it, but their lunch sandwiches.
Oh, yes, I got one of those too.
Have a wheeling flair.
Names.
One's called the Tuscany, one's called Jean Blanchet, another Heritage Park, Potawatomi Woods, and a Pewaukee Club. It's very good on their part.
May I piggyback on that?
Keep it hometown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I may, I'd like to just piggyback on that. the idea that they're named after Wheeling establishments. Scott Weiner, who has been before this board before, actually got his start here in Wheeling. He worked originally as a teenager and got his whole beginnings as a restaurateur at Don Roth's in Wheeling. So this is a great story of he, I believe, grew up in Northbrook, but still a gentleman who found success and chose to come back to Wheeling to expand his business. So I thought that was a great thing for him and a great thing for us.
Thank you. Trustee Papantos.
Just one other thing to piggyback onto it. This is the first, probably in the country, combination of a bakery with a dispensary. So once again, Wheeling is moving forward and being, the first for something to look at and for people to come and visit. And I think that's a good thing.
Thank you, Trustee Papantos. Trustee Lang, did you?
I just wanted to mention the Park District. Congratulations on stepping up your game with your bands and bringing larger entertainment to the town, which means you'll bring in a lot of outside people to this town and seeing what we're all about. So I think it's a great idea, and I have my tickets.
Thank you, Trustee Lang. We're good to go then. We have one final bit of business for the evening. We have to approve the bills for January 12th through February 1st, 2023.
So moved.
Motion, Trustee Papantos, second.
Second.
Trustee Rufato, roll call, please.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes, we have no executive session this evening, so I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Trustee Krueger, second. Trustee Rufato, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Adjourn. Thank you all for sharing your evening.
Well, that I'm not sure.